All right, so here's my tips on how to make a Google Form quiz. Now, this is basically I use this as a Scantron sheet in my AP Stats and Calc class, where after they take the test, so they took the test on paper, they just put their answers in here. So that's why I just have question one, A, B, C, D, E, that just match what they wrote. But you could change these. Now, hopefully you know how to make a quiz, make a Google form, add in questions and stuff. You can look up how to do that. It's not terribly hard. What makes it a quiz is when you push settings and you click on quiz. Then you can say make this a quiz, and that's going to let you put answers and it'll auto grade it. They have a couple options. Long term, if you're doing this in class, we got some cool options here we could look into when we go back to school someday. But for now, when they're done, you can have them automatically see if they want. They have to click a button and it'll show them their score. You could also have it come in later and then it'll email them their score. But there's no reason if there's definitely this one is A and this one is B and there's no partial credit to not let them do this. Now, in addition to just seeing their score, you could also let them see which questions they missed. You could also see the right answers. Um, in class, I would do this. If I was doing this now, I would uncheck all of these because I don't want them to see which question they missed, because then it'd just be easier to like cheat and say, well, number 5 is not this answer because I got it wrong. And oh, number 1 is this because I got it right. So, but that's under quiz options in the settings menu. A couple other things real quick. Under presentation, you can shuffle the question order so each kid gets them in a different order. If the order doesn't really matter, that might be helpful. And also, when they're done, it'll just say this: your response has been recorded. So you could change it and say, thanks for doing your very best, or give them a Bible verse or something. So then when they're done and they hit submit, it gives them this message. So that's under presentation. Also under general, I would recommend over this break to not check these boxes. Restrict users to Aurora Christian School and collect their email. Then they have to be logged in, which sometimes is actually hard, especially if they're doing a quiz, a form on their phone. When they open the browser on their phone, sometimes their browser is logged in as like a different Google account, and it's really hard for them to change. So I just uncheck that because it doesn't really matter. They can't, as long as you make sure they put their name as part of your quiz, they can't see your quiz unless they have the link. So I would uncheck these boxes here just to make it easier. And also probably uncheck this if it is, otherwise they can go back and edit it, which you would see, but you should just uncheck it. If you change any settings, make sure you hit save, not just the X. Okay, that's how you make it a quiz. Now, once it's a quiz, each button, the star just means it's required here. But now you should have an answer key. And when you click on answer key, you can make it worth different number of points. I would just do 1. And then you could pick any answers that are right. So you can actually select more than one. And if one is our, oh wait, no, I didn't need that one. Then just click it again, it goes away. Now there's no right answer for this one. Now it's C again. Also, you can add answer feedback where at the end they could get feedback of stuff. Or you could send this back to them later, or you can give them feedback afterward, or you can set whole class feedback on one problem. I've never actually done this yet, but it's e-learning that might be helpful. I'm sure you can find a tutorial on how to do it. It looks like you even have it looks like you can even add video feedback where you talk about one of them. So that could be a really cool tool that I've not used. Okay, so that's how you like make your quiz. If you ever hit preview, this will open up the actual form. You can then fill this out and take the quiz right here. And then if you need it, you can edit it again. If you go share the link, if you do share the link, which is send, and then you just hit link, and then you just copy this link right here. This is then how you would post it in Google Classroom. If you click on the link and you're on your account, it'll bring this up and you'll have the option to edit it. So if you lose where this form is, you can always just click on the same link they click and then edit your form down here. But this actually is a live form. You could fill this out and it will count as a response. Lastly, when you actually are done, you click responses. As they fill them out, you just get them and you get this nice summary of these are all the different scores out of 10 on this quiz. It wasn't, or test, it wasn't the best. It'll show you some of your most missed questions, and it'll then show you who put what, like how many people put which answer for every question. And you can see like, wow, almost everybody put A, but the right answer was B. Maybe this was a bad question, or maybe I need to go back to it. So really helpful there. You could also then go question by question, and you could see what people put and how many put it and add feedback. I never really use this one. You could also see individual. This is just exactly what Caleb filled out. This is all he put in. So I could see if there were free response questions, I could see exactly what he put and just see his form. Looks just like when he filled it out. But the best use of all of this is going to be to click this little guy here, which is to make a spreadsheet. And the first time you click, it'll say create a spreadsheet. Just say, go ahead, create it exactly as is. It'll just have the same name as this. Let's say responses. So here's my spreadsheet. And what this does is give you all their names and their responses, but also if it's a quiz, we'll put their score right here. This is what time they took it. And then you have it all right here. If all you need is that grade and you're confident in it, you can just grab their grade right here, and that's their quiz grade. You can also see their scores, and then this is also a spreadsheet. So if you want to edit it at all, you have all the options. I added more. So like I also then added their free response total since this was an in-class test, and I put that and their total, and then I had this total them all up. It added this free response and this, and then on sheet 2, so it's some really complicated formulas here. Look at this formula. Holy moly. But that actually then calculates my percent I put into RenWeb kind of thing. Because this is yeah. But the basic spreadsheet just gives you right here their totals. And that's how you make a quiz in Google Forms.